Hey, what do Europeans think about Americans? I'm Italian. I'm gonna eat some spaghetti.
What do Americans think of Americans? I would guess, based off how we just acted there, that they're very loud
Yeah.
and don't know a ton about the world.
Not
Not for us, but
come
I would guess.
on. Come on. Yeah. So this is an interesting video. Kind of see what random Europeans. I know they always pick the spicy answers for the videos of these interviews.
Oh yes, they got to get the engagement and such.
But we're gonna see what they have to say today. We've actually been to Europe on our travel vlog channel. You can check out some of our vlogs in there. Not many of them. I traveled to most of the countries I've been to in Europe before vlogging, so that stuff is coming soon on that channel.
We got some Iceland and some Italy and some Poland on
Yeah.
there to check out.
Georgia.
Some Georgia. Georgia's a cool country.
It is cool. Just check it out, and let's check this out. Here we go.
Anyone want to try out an American accent for me?
Oh, let's see this.
Oh, they go straight southern.
Oh yeah.
That'd be interesting. There's so many American accents. Like,
Yeah.
it's like the British thing where like people just pick like a
Hey,
proper
bro,
British accent.
I'm very posh British.
They don't go like the, oi, bruv, I'm from whatever the heck this is from, bruv.
And then even like the accent, the American accent they're doing is probably more even an exaggerated Southern one.
Like,
it's
our
when we
British accent.
Yeah.
Hello, governor.
or like our Australian. Oi, bro, you what, mate?
Or our Italian.
Hi, I'm Ben, and right now I'm traveling through Europe, and I figured I would ask Europeans along the way, what do they think of America?
Wow.
Let's go.
I'm glad he pointed out that European behind him.
Oh yes.
All right. So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of Americans?
The loud thing.
We're loud.
What do you mean? It makes. We like thought about it before, and we're like, I don't think they're that loud. But then when we were like in Italy, we'd instantly be like, oh, that person's American, because we could hear them from like a mile away.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah. And I mean, even here in the Philippines where we are right now, like Europeans will just walk by and look at us weird sometimes, and then Americans will be like, "Oh, where are you guys from? You're from America?" Blah 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 blah.
They instantly start talking to us
Yeah.
nonstop.
Europeans have like never talked to us. Kind of cold.
Very cold. And they give us really weird looks.
They do.
Loud. Everyone says loud.
Friendly, like nice, good teeth.
They like to
Good
drink.
teeth.
They're nice people.
They like drinking as the Austrians.
Enthusiastic.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Americans?
He looks very Icelandic.
He does look very Icelandic.
Superficial. Very true.
That is interesting. That's like something that. Well, let me turn up the video a little bit here. That's something we kind of noticed too. The like American friendliness can sometimes be superficial.
Yeah. And
But-
it kind of, and that's why they're so friendly, because they're like, hi, blah blah blah, and then they'll talk behind your back. right when you leave.
And then they like didn't really care too much about the small talk that
Yep.
they said.
Quite
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
They like fast food. We don't like that
Food's
so
pretty
much,
good.
but when we are there, we enjoy it.
I mean, the stereotypes is like the kind of fat and all that.
Fast food.
Yeah,
They
it's very.
eat a lot of food. Like the portions are
Yes.
like really
The
big.
portions
Yes.
are quite large. Yes.
Food very fast.
I think of fast food restaurants. Five Guys. I love Five Guys.
Okay, so of all the things about America,
expensive.
the one thing you
Yeah.
can think of,
And I think of Trump too.
Donald
Ah.
Trump.
Trump.
Great.
Just like Donald Trump, innit? Just everyone
Innit?
hating on him or absolutely loving him. It's like one or the two.
That president, he's the craziest president ever been seen, man. He's gonna start a war in this world.
I like the Trump.
It's funny if you saw someone dressed like this in America, that person would most likely love Donald Trump.
I would think so. Yeah, that's like the younger Trump supporter type for
Yeah.
sure.
See, man, he's gonna start
It's
a
funny
war
to
in this
see.
world.
I like
Most
the
Europeans.
Trump. Yeah.
you do.
Yes.
Like,
I like it.
Just saying.
What do you like about Trump?
He's mean about the world and about the situation now.
You like him because he's mean?
He's very racist. He doesn't really know anything about politics.
When you see like Americans, they're really open-minded. They're like
That's an interesting one. Americans are either, I think, the most open-minded person you can see or the most closed-minded person you can see. It's interesting.
definitely.
most of them are really smart, and we can't.
Oh, thank you so
understand
much.
why
Uh-huh.
Trump is your president.
That's a big laugh, you know. People voted for him. You get what you very voted for.
Like, I know everyone basically in Europe is against
do.
Trump, but
I think they needed a change. I just think that the two coasts dominated, and there's so many people in the middle, they don't get heard.
I'm glad the two coasts dominated, and then a billionaire from one of the coasts was president, but somehow represented the people in the middle.
Weird. That doesn't. That's interesting.
Interesting take.
Getting heard.
I do like in America that everyone's kind of, if you're born there, you're American. And if you're from another country and you're moving to Austria and your children are born here, you're still like, yeah, I'm from Austria, but you know, my heritage is this and that.
America is the land of chance, of opportunity.
Actually, I think of the American dream, like
The
this way
American
from the
dream.
dishwasher to a millionaire. You can make everything if you just wanted to make it and do it.
I think like people look at
Interesting.
America and they like idolize it. You know, like, oh, it's America. Yeah, like everyone wants to go to America.
I was pretty keen about going to America, but I think the whole Trump has put me off. Like, I'm not as keen to go anymore. It wouldn't be the top of my list.
When I think of America, I think instantly about guns.
Like, I just don't see why you need to have a gun.
In Poland, guns are really hard to get. It's still kind of illegal.
And here, it's not that easy to get a gun.
There's far too many guns in America. Of course, their laws need to be restricted.
As people who like aren't, we're pretty like against that stuff. There's both of our families have guns.
Yeah. I mean, it's dangerous.
It is dangerous
So,
out there.
You either, I don't know, it's an interesting situation you're in. There's so many guns too. So many.
Yeah.
It's really hard for us to understand because in Ireland there is no guns. The police aren't armed. It's just so systemic in
These
your
aren't armed.
culture. I don't know how you could change it, but you definitely need to
Yeah,
try
that's
and
the thing.
Yeah.
Don't know what you could do now.
Yeah,
Got big problems.
we do.
Yeah.
A big problems. That is an understatement.
Yes. Big country indeed. It's always the thing I always see like, oh, people underestimate how big America is. It is pretty big. It is pretty darn big. You can't, I mean, we even haven't visited like a lot of the big places in the US and we like to travel. I haven't been to New York. Haven't been to a lot of the East Coast. It's a big place.
It's a big place. And I mean, seemingly from what the Europeans said about it, unlike what people in these reaction videos assume, we seem to agree with most of the things they said.
Yeah, a lot of times people just associate the fact that we're American, that we agree with everything they think about America.
Yeah, and they seem to think like, oh, I'm very, very, very overly proud of my country, so these people must be too.
Yeah, these people who are currently not even living in their country, even though they're young.
Yeah.
I think they're probably very proud of their country too.
But that person said Americans are open-minded. That's why we can just see past. We just Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. What do you think of Americans? Let us know in the comments, because I'm sure you will.
Yes, of course you will. That's the whole that's the spiciness of this video.
See you in the next one. Check out the vlog channel.